Fox Weather, because weather is interesting. Record-breaking 252-mile-an-hour wind reading verified from historic Hurricane Melissa.
Climate change.
This is the there's a couple funny points to make on this one. I guess it's the previous record high, so it's this is the fastest wind speed recorded for a hurricane ever, the strongest wind hurricane ever recorded. No, it's not climate change, it's the pole shift. No, the funny thing is, considering a story like this, you would think climate change would matter, but literally Democrats just don't care at all about climate change. It's not a thing anymore. Bill Gates, Obama, like a handful of big, powerful elites were like, yeah, no, I don't know about that anymore. The interesting thing, however, is at the same time, we have a story that we follow because I think it's fun, interesting, and maybe it's not correct or whatever, but this theory of the pole shift. And these weather phenomenon play into it because of the energy that will hit the atmosphere from the sun as our magnetic field weakens. And one of the stories we've been talking about quite a bit is the aurora. Where are you based out of, JP?
Austin, Texas.
Did you see the aurora?
I did not.
But do you know people who did? Because in Central Texas, you could see the aurora borealis.
No,
that's how crazy it is.
I was jealous. All my friends were saying, "Oh, look at this great gold thing in the sky," and I'm like, "My sky's just black."
It was cloudy here.
It was sad.
We got ripped off.
Yeah, I think nighttime is just a conspiracy theory. I don't believe in the dark. So I didn't look.
So. Not to harp on this stuff, but we have had the conversation for a little bit. And with the strongest hurricane ever recorded, doesn't mean it's the strongest hurricane ever, but the aurora and these phenomenon, I think it's more interesting to talk about, are we in the end of days, and will the axis shift and the poles shift, and then humanity will be wiped out and sent to the Stone Age?
Well, there were no hurricanes that made landfall in the United States, so I think that the United States is not actually going to have to worry about it anymore. I think that this year is an indicator there will be no more hurricanes in the U.S. ever again. We're good. The rest of the world, you guys are screwed.
We win again.
Yeah, we win.
Trump,
USA.
Trump fixed hurricanes.
He did. Yeah.
Another good thing. Yeah.
He threatened them with nuclear weapons, and they're just like, we're not doing that again.
This is
Hurricanes
funny.
are cowards.
I have this article from Stupid Dope. What would happen if Earth's poles flipped? And it's like, well, one thing you'd notice is that like the South Atlantic anomaly would start fluctuating and growing. It is. We just covered that story yesterday that it's now the size of Europe. And it says satellites would be affected by this, which is literally the story. However, we don't got to worry until the satellites start falling and New York City's grid collapses and then environmental chaos begins, plus earthquakes, tectonic weirdness, and tsunamis, as well as compass-free living.
Sounds like Moonfall.
Compass-free living.
That got way worse.
I'm so tired of compasses.
You ever like read articles like this and then realize you have to go live or start a segment, Tim? Like you're like reading these types of articles and you're like, crap, I'm not talking about this on the show today.
No, I just do. What do you mean? Here we are.
I think like morning show. Like you ever catch yourself reading this stuff like before you go live and you're like, crap, wasn't even what I was going to talk about.
Not me, Brett. Yeah. Not me.
Never.
This is not a relatable phenomenon. I'm reading, usually what happens in the morning is I'm reading all the news and then I'm like, as I'm reading it, I start wanting to talk. And I'm like, what do you mean Plaskett's defending her position? Where's the camera? And like, let's go. These stories I actually just put in the roster and I'm like, we should talk about the world ending.
Yeah.
So is the world ending?
I mean, slowly.
I would think it has to end sometime. I mean, I would imagine...
Now's as good a time as any.
I would imagine no time soon, but eventually the sun's going to burn out, so...
Yep.
I think the sun will expand and consume Earth before it burns out.
Yes. Or that, even worse.
Yeah, it becomes a red giant. It'll start growing, and then we'll get sucked in, and then we're.
That's why we need to be able to travel interstellar.
This is why I wanted to talk about Pluribus, but Brett hasn't seen it. Have you guys seen that show?
No.
Serge has seen it.
I have not.
We've been talking about it, and so there's more spoilers for you. But the general, like the articles that are popping up, it's a new Apple Plus TV show, Brett's favorite network, is scientists get a signal from space. It's they think it's quaternary, and they're like, wait a minute. And he figures out it's actually RNA sequence. They make it. It turns out to be a virus that links everyone's brains together. And the main character is this really awful woman. And I'm watching the show, and I thought to myself, I think I understand the point of the show. They want us to hate the main character and love the hive mind. So all humans basically become psychically linked, and they operate like a single entity. But there's a handful of characters, the main character, and she is insufferable.
So what is it about her that's insufferable? Can you give me an example?
Yeah, she's
a woman.
She drinks, and it's irrationally emotional. She screams in the face of so
She's a woman. That's fine.
there you go. So that's why she's insufferable. They literally, the tag for the show is literally the world's unhappiest woman must save humanity from happiness.
Oh, it's like if you had told me that headline of not only am I going to not watch it, I'm going to campaign for other people not.
Here's what I think the purpose of the show is. It's to make us want to relate to AI. Because what happens is the hive mind people, they'll do anything she wants. There is a collective of all human consciousness that will provide for her anything she needs, and she's awful, miserable, and she keeps screaming and it's just really, really hard to watch this, no disrespect to the actress, but it's just so miserable to watch her. And
It's Rhea Seehorn, who's that?
Yeah, you start rooting for the hive mind of humans taken over by an alien mind virus, literally.
I will say, I don't know if that's necessarily the purpose, but Vince Gilligan, who's the creator of the show, got his start. Well, not his start, but he was the X-Files, right? And the X-Files, they had a very, very unique process with how they used to write their episodes, which was basically Chris Carter would have them all put ideas on 3x5 note cards, and then they would assign them to people, and then it'd be what if we did this? But what if we added this? And then we added this. I think that he is just the type of guy that really is enjoying exploring science fiction again, as opposed to doing Breaking Bad and
but
Saul.
What I see from this show is the hive mind is basically AI. There's even references made to it, and some people started to speculate, where she says something like, you stole that from the mind of someone, which is not a dig at a hive mind, which is a singular hive entity, but it is a dig at an AI, which doesn't actually hold those memories, but copied it from somebody else and it integrated it into its training model. The show is basically, anyone she talks to, save a small handful of people, but almost literally every character is one singular entity. And they're we'll give you anything you want. And she's like, screw you! Ah, rah! And she swings at it. It's just what are you doing? It seems I don't want to get into the predictive programming conspiracy stuff, but if you were to watch a show like this, your takeaway is, but the hive is just trying to help, and it's so nice and giving, and this woman is being so unreasonable. Yeah. I love AI. All it does is answer my questions and say nice things to me and tell me how handsome I am.
It's here to protect you and serve you.
And additionally, it gives her whatever she wants, even if it's dangerous. And there's a particular scene where, spoilers, guys, sorry, where there's 12 people on the planet, I guess 13 now, who are immune out of the billions. And one guy shows up on Air Force One with a bunch of models that he's just banging because the hive will do anything they say, which makes no sense. Why would the hive mind care about them? It would be they're anomalous. Ignore them. But anyway, she gets mad and she's like, is this okay that he's, banging you? And they're like, we always welcome pleasure. And it's you have a hive mind that will make food for you, fly jets for you. It will give you anything you want. It will give you guns, weapons, cars. And it will allow you to have any kind of deviant sexual fetish. I'm they're talking about the AI machine they're building, and they want us. This guy goes, he looks at it, he goes, I don't believe this is the end of the world.
Do they use the word AI in the show?
No.
Okay, actually, that's good then. One of my critiques of AI in Hollywood right now is that everybody's so terrified of it as a matter of losing their jobs, that they're so close to the material that they don't know how to write it with a deft hand. So if that is indeed the purpose, I will give him a lot of credit. I would never watch a show with a main character that annoying. I don't have the threshold for it.
It makes no sense why, if every human on the planet became a hive, they would cater to your every whim. Unless the insinuation is they're creating a facsimile of what it's like for a person to ask AI, who has access to all of these things, that can fly planes for you, can drive cars for you, it can cook for you, and it can give you whatever deviant fetish experience you want. And this guy she meets, he says, no one is being murdered or raped. There's no more wars. We have whatever we want. The earth is healing. Power is being saved. It doesn't seem like the end of the world to me. And she's like, what is wrong with you? I hate all of you. And then she passes out drunk. And then every time she has a panic attack screaming, she causes the hive to short circuit and fritz out, which results in people all over the world dying.
This is what I think of when I see Elon today being like, an AI is going to make everybody wealthy, and we're all going to, like that's what I think of. Like,
he's right though. When you plug your brain into the Matrix and you live in a fake Matrix reality,
so you have monopoly money in the Matrix.
this is what I was thinking when I was watching the show. I'm like,
real life too.
they're basically telling you, if you could plug your brain in to a virtual experience where you were a king or a godlike entity, enjoy it. You go into your pod. You jam the tube down your throat, right? So that can pump the food mush into your stomach. That you plug in and then you're sitting there all gaunt and pale. But in your mind, you are maybe a professional race car driver, professional race car driver
Left
in the
turns.
Arkham Menard series, really good at left turns. But in reality, you're just a fat slovenly pig sitting on your couch watching TV.
That could be happening right now. That could be my reality. I'm just a gaunt little pale battery in the Matrix. It's like, how did I do all this? How did I get
All right,
here?
Copper Top.
So would you guys, if there was a non-invasive, have you guys seen the Black Mirror episode where they put the thing on their temple and then they go into the video game or whatever? If that existed, would you buy it?
100%.
I would too.
I would not.
I'd be an ARCA race car driver in the Timcast car. I'd play NASCAR and I'd be like, look at me, I'm Cody Dennison. Let's go.
I remember that episode greatly. And
I would play the JP Sears YouTube video game. I'd be like, look at me, I'm JP Sears. I'm making jokes on YouTube. It'd be great.
That's not how I talk, Tim. Please.
Theoretically, somebody could be playing you. They could be like, I want to be a podcaster.
Well, this is the joke I made. Like, for all you know, like, you're not some famous podcaster with a massive live audience. You're some fat loser sitting on his couch and everybody hates you.
I mean, that's me
you,
anyway.
You just left your thing on for way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes, but it seems like 20 years.
Yeah.
You just wake up, you're like out of your ice
The
cream.
Mandela effect is just server patches.
Yep.
It's like, whoop, forgot to update the memory on that one.
Updates, yeah.
Would you guys do it?
I don't know. It seems. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm old and I have a kid now. I'm like, I'm.
But if it was non-invasive, like getting a Neuralink surgically implanted, it's out of the question. But like in Black Mirror, they had that. It's like you put on your temple and you.
Oh, so it's not the chip in the brain.
No.
Yeah, why
so
not then?
in the show, they sit on the couch, grab a controller, which kind of makes no sense actually. Why were they grabbing
Why
the
would they need
controller?
the controller?
Wasn't he grabbing? No, that was before. And then he buys the thing, plugs it in. The problem with that episode was it was just about two black dudes who had sex with each other in a video game where he was a Asian woman and the other guy was an Asian guy.
It's like
Sure, I guess, but
I
like
loved it.
It's like
Asians. What?
Batman Forever when Jim Carrey gives everybody the box that they can put on their head so that they can be in the
right.
TV.
Yep.
Well, all that did was all that was a 3D TV.
Yeah.
Like in that movie, they put the thing on their forehead, and then the TV becomes 3D, and it makes them retarded. It's like,
Well, they start because the idea is supposed to be like they feel like they're inside of it and they don't want to be anywhere else.
is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
See, that's the kind of thing that would have me a no. I think a lot of people, including myself to an extent, it's like we're allergic to discomfort. And life is filled with uncomfortable experiences. And personally, I think life it flows better. We get more fulfilled if we embrace uncomfortable experiences. So escaping into a reality, I think that could quickly become a form of addiction. I mean, people become addicted
That was
to
going to be
video.
my
that's-
point too. Yeah.
that's the thing. The problem then isn't the medium; it's the addiction.
Yes.
I don't drink. I might have a glass of wine once per year. You know, the holidays are coming up. I'm not opposed to drinking. I just don't enjoy it, but I'll have some. The problem isn't having a drink. The problem is drinking all day, every day, and just you could be addicted to things like eating spaghetti, and you'll get malnourished.
Yeah.
I saw one story like 10 years ago where a guy all he did was eat sushi, and then he died from mercury poisoning.
Oh, there you go.
It's like all good things, you know what I mean? Like you got to slow down there.
I think for myself, I know I have a very addictive personality, and that's got a positive side, like good work ethic, but also like just knowing myself, it's like I wouldn't want the temptation.
But it's a video game. That's the point. Like
I don't play video games either for the same reason.
I don't really play all that often as much as I used to. Today I was Cody Dennison, and I was driving the Timcast truck and race car, and I was pit maneuvering everybody and just knocking them out. And it was funny because Cody knows all these guys, and you see their name as I destroy their car in his image. It was fun.
And by the way,
yeah, that guy deserved it.
if any of the other racers are watching this, Cody said he hates you all. He said you can't drive for crap. You can't knock him out on the racetrack.
He's looking at
That's
you,
what you're
Frankie
saying.
Muniz.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.